Well, donkey of the day for Tuesday, April 24th goes to a young college student named Jasmine Barkley. Jasmine attends William Patterson University, where she served on the board. I believe it was the William Patterson Greek Senate Executive Board, because according to their Instagram, she resigned yesterday. Now, the reason she resigned is because Jasmine is a white woman who, along with a friend, decided to let the N-word fly in a couple videos on Twitter. Now, Jasmine's friend is a cheerleader at Penn State University, and I already told you Jasmine goes to William Patterson University now, as legend tells it. And according to William Patterson school newspaper, The Beacon, the newspaper quoted Jasmine as saying she was upset that her friend was harassed for singing along to the lyrics of Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. Now, when I first heard this record, I told y'all what was going to happen in that song. Lil Dicky absolutely, positively called you the N-word through an N-word. Now, Jasmine decided to get online and ask the question, is it wrong for her to say the N-word if it's in a song? Let's go to Jasmine Barkley's Twitter, please.
Appropriate for me to say nigga if it's in a song and I'm singing the lyrics, or is it not appropriate for me to say nigga? Let me know.
Mayonnaise. That is just pure Hellman's mayonnaise right there. So disgusting. Now, here's the thing. White people, if you have to ask the question on whether or not the use of the N-word is appropriate, don't say the whole word. Please, 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 please don't say the whole word, okay? I mean, it's just not necessary. It's not necessary to say the whole word when asking the question, okay? When you're asking the question, just say, hey, can I use the N-word in a song? Don't you think? Huh? And, it didn't even bother me. It didn't bother me that she asked that question. I'm not offended by that question because, see, this question has been asked for a long time. First time I heard this discussed was Girlfriend Season 2, Episode 13. It was the sister episode. You remember that? When Lynn's Caucasian adopted sister Tanya came to town, and Tanya loved black culture, and she was rapping along to a Jay-Z song, if I remember correctly, and she said the N-word. So it is a valid question, okay? I can see how a white person can be confused and ask that, especially when so many of their favorite artists who happen to be black use the word. I get it. None of y'all are riding around listening to the clean edits of any of those records, okay? They don't play the clean edits of those records in parties. I get it. So asking the question wasn't wrong, other than her saying the whole word, okay? So that was light mayonnaise. But this next video I'm about to play is where the mayonnaise got heavy. All right, and too much mayonnaise ruins a sandwich. This is Jasmine's friend, and I believe this is after they asked the question on Twitter and didn't get the response they had hoped for. I'm sure people told her no, she can't use it. So Jasmine's friend said this. Boy, the white devil.
This is
so
crazy.
This was at Willie P?
Yeah, William Patterson.
That girl went to Penn State though, but one of them go to Willie P. But the white devil's so busy, man. What in the name of Miracle Whip is going on out here in these streets? Now, I don't know that young lady's name. I just know she is a Penn State cheerleader, and I can't believe she's still on the cheerleading team. Do you really want someone on the sideline who may at any given moment break out into a cheer of N-I-G-G-A? No. You don't need that, all right? Same way Jasmine Barkley had to resign from William Patterson's board, her friend from Penn State should have to step down from cheerleading, okay? If she already has, correct me on social media so I can correct myself. And if you know her name, let me know too so I can give her the credit she deserves for being stupid. Now, Jasmine has apologized. And the reason I found out about her apology and found out about this situation, period, is because I somehow ended up in her apology now.
Because you're an N-word?
Shut up. Now, I'm not reading all of this mayonnaise-fueled manuscript, okay? But this letter was published in the WPU Beacon, and it's titled, An Open Letter to My Friends, Peers, College Community, and Niggas Who Would Like a Better Understanding of the Statements Made in My Video. Oh, no, that's others. My bad.
I was like, she said that in the letter?
She starts off by saying, I am not a racist. The video has been misconstrued in many ways across the media. I admit that the place and context of how I presented my question was insensitive. Mayonnaise. Okay, let's get to some good stuff. Mayonnaise. Oh, Jasmine says, when an interracial group sings along the lyrics, including the N-word, people don't call out those who are not black for singing along. I posed the controversial question because I was upset that my friend was harassed for singing the lyrics to Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. I was simply questioning why one race has more rights to freedom of speech than another. Mayonnaise. Okay. Here's where the mayonnaise manuscript gets of interest to me. Jasmine Barkley says, Leonard McKelvey.
Ooh.
Ooh. She called you by name, Leonard?
Leonard.
And in parentheses, put Charlemagne the God, was posted on a YouTube channel. Speaking on this topic in the video, he states, until blacks stop using the N-word, we can't get mad at nobody else for using the N-word. Mayonnaise. Oh, Charlemagne feels it is hypocritical for a person to use the N-word and expect others to not use it as well.
So you co-signed it and
You co-signed
gave her
this?
the go-ahead.
Shut up. This was 2013. Anyway, another comment he makes is about how if Martin Luther King Jr. were to come back to life, they wouldn't be shocked by white people using the N-word, but by those of the black race using the N-word. Okay, I will like to put a lid on this jar of Hellmann's because this is all out of context. First of all, this video was done in 2013, totally different climate, and we weren't talking about white people using the N-word in a racist context. We were talking about white people using the N-word the way we use it, and in songs. Man, I understand you did ask the question at first, but your friend was just being disrespectful. And the fact you posted that video of your friend lets me know you wasn't sincere with your question to begin with. Now, I still feel it's hypocritical to get upset at them using it in that context because through music and other outlets, we are giving them a reason to use it. But understand, Jasmine, I don't speak for all black people. Okay, that interview was from Vlad TV, and he asked me how I feel. You know, if you are white and choose to use that word as a white person, you have to deal with the consequences. Okay, and repercussions of that. And in this climate, in this Trump era, you are a devil damn fool to use that word in any context. I don't care which one of your favorite rappers is saying it, all right? Don't let one of your favorite rappers cause you to get your ass beat, okay? I told y'all that Freaky Friday song by Lil Dicky was gonna cause these problems. I understand it's art, but Lil Dicky shouldn't even feel comfortable calling people the N-word through an N-word. Now, this is where I was tickled at. All right, Jasmine referenced me saying if Martin Luther King Jr. or other black historic figures were to come back to life and how they would feel about the N-word. Let's hear what I told Vlad TV in 2013. If Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X was to come back alive today, right? You know what they'd be shocked at? They'd be shocked at me using the N-word. They'd be like, brother, what is your problem? They'd be in utter shock. It's like that episode of Boondocks and Martin Luther King Jr. was looking around at these motherfuckers like, what the are y'all doing? Like, this what we died for? Now, Jasmine, you left out the part where I was referencing the Boondocks. You know the Boondocks is a cartoon, right? Okay. Season 1, episode 9, called Return of the King, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. came back and couldn't believe black people was using the N-word. By the way, that episode was controversial when it aired. You know why it was controversial? Because people did not like them depicting MLK Jr. using the N-word in the episode, okay? Actually, MLK Jr. said it's the ugliest word in the English language. Play that clip.
Will you ignorant niggas please shut the hell up? And I know some of you don't want to hear me say that word. It's the ugliest word in the English language, but that's what I see now, niggas.
It's a cartoon. And Martin Luther King Jr. is black. Okay, key word, he's black. All right? So what have we learned this morning, Jasmine? One, the fact that you referenced me referencing the Boondocks is legendary. All right, but understand that is a hypothetical scenario from a cartoon, and I stand by what I said, but it's still a hypothetical scenario from a cartoon. And number two, the most important thing that you or any white person needs to know is that if you're white and you use the N-word, I probably won't care if it's in the proper context, but I don't rep for all black people. If you use the N-word, no matter what context, you have to deal with the consequences. Okay? So
How are you going to use the N-word asking, can you use the N-word?
That's what I said earlier.
That's just silly.
So all I'm telling you, Jasmine, is that this is your mayonnaise mess, and you have to clean it up. All right? So please give Jasmine Barkley, and I just found out the other woman's name is Caitlin Listro, the biggest hee-haw.
All right.